We are back here on the box score. Guys, we are through 2 weeks of the NFL season, which means we have 2 weeks of the DanDuel Challenge complete. Now, week one, we were unable to get our hands on Dan's lineup, but the second week we were, and here's where Dan landed, somewhere down towards the 1,000 mark. He was 842nd place in the worst in the man cave with only 83 points. McLovin, you had a lineup that looks similar to Dan's. Are you going to do the opposite of the boss's picks in week 3?
Oh, it's funny. We really were about the same lineup. Dan, to be fair, didn't really have a week one to learn the system.
But you know what? When I look at Dan's lineup, I think he's had great picks. Look at the guys he picks. I would. You got to critique it before.
Any one of those could have had monster days.
I know.
Any one of those
I
playoffs.
know. It's such a coin toss, right?
That's how I felt about my lineup. I thought, all right, I'm guaranteed to have like a bunch of awesome games, and none of them.
Well, Carlos Hyde disappointed for me. Did anyone else have Carlos Hyde?
No.
No, he just was ineffective. Yeah. It was crazy.
He was.
Deion Lewis did a lot better than I thought, but then they got destroyed by the Colts.
Yeah, I know.
There's 3 Colts.
Yeah, it's like you can't get a consistently good
Something I
lineup.
could have had either a huge number or got crushed.
All right, well, speaking of consistency, Paulie, you were consistently the worst Danette. They have 1,000 people, so you fell from 496. You went a little bit deeper in the pool at 657th place with just under 95 points. Oh, geez. So did
Brock, that is pejorative. I improved a lot this week. Remember, last week was out of 500. I finished 4th from last. This week, I finished in the top 2/3, which means I had a dramatic improvement.
Yeah. Comeback player of the week.
I'm proud of myself.
If you want to bet on someone for next week, the way the trends are going.
Boom. Same with Seaton. Seaton went this way, not this way.
Well, Seaton went too high. Now he's going to
correction.
Huge correction like me.
Well, yeah, let's say with pejorative. McLovin, you slid down a little bit. You were in first, but you were down in the 613th range. What changes? You said you wanted to make some changes to your lineup. What were they, and would they have helped you?
Well, Jeremy Hill, about one play in, bent his knee back, then he got back in the game and fumbled. And I knew, by the way, that Kendall Wright on the Titans, that was I saw him catch 1 touchdown pass. Then later in the week, after I played like Friday, I read he only had 2 targets in the game. So you got to be careful the 1 touchdown guy. Now I know that.
Well, smooth and steady. Fritzy, you came in second place again, 429th with 104 fantasy points. Are you just going to continue what you are doing right now?
Pretty much. I'm a middle-of-the-road guy, so that I guess makes sense that I would end up almost exactly in the center. I thought I was going to get something more out of Luck and Gore and Andre Johnson. Going into Monday Night Football, the fact that I still had a third of my lineup, a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver still left, and they were playing a Jets team, which maybe I should have thought more highly of. I thought for sure among those 3 guys, at least 2 of those 3 would have got big numbers, and that would have boosted me up. But wasted a 21-point effort from Deion Lewis and a 24-point effort from Odell Beckham Jr., and it was just a disaster last night watching the Colts almost get shut out at home against the Jets.
Well, the man who sits atop of all this pile, one Patrick Seaton O'Connor, with 107 points, you were the top. He finished 379th place. Now that you got at least 1 win under your belt, are you going to put things on cruise control for a few weeks, or are you going to try to keep the hot streak going?
Yeah, I feel kind of like Steph Curry, like he got the ring out of the way up front, and now he could just sit back the rest of the season or career and be like, oh, no, I'm good, man. I already won 1. I didn't totally embarrass myself. And really, I think I just did well this week because everybody did so poorly. I mean, I had a bunch of huge busts on my team. Guys like, Jason Witten never has any fewer than 5 touchdowns in a game, except for this week. So, yeah, like the Rams gave up a bunch of points to the Redskins. It was like I had a bunch of sure things that didn't perform for me, but somehow I squeaked out a win.
Well, congratulations to Seaton. Check us out on Thursdays. We do a FanDuel draft day every Thursday right here on the box score.